That a beautiful woman letting us know we're here.
We are here. Back again, just the two of us, partners in crime, all of the gimmicks. Fuck us. Well, sorry. Algorithms.
Algorithms got us.
Goddamn algorithm. You know what? Nah, fuck it. Fuck Carson Bailey. Fuck Daniel Cornfield. Fuck that guy. Oh, I got work. Bollocks. All right. You had a wrestling show. The wrestling show's been cancelled. And you pull a shift. I ain't having it. You're shagging your missus, mate.
It's terrible behaviour. Think you can leave us to shag your missus? Kind of bullshit. Yeah, we never dip out on people to give a fuck.
Some of us wait. Some of us wait. Do you know what I mean? We have the courtesy to wait until the show is over, and then we go do what needs to be done, if you will.
Or you have it in the morning.
Twice on Sundays.
Obviously, it's Sunday.
Obviously.
Oh, desk broke. Gimmicks. We're back.
It wouldn't be an episode of Hot Tag Reviews without technical difficulties. So, seeing as we've sworn we're away and algorithms and all of that, let's get into it, because I am Rob Campbell.
And I am your double C, the bastard, Craig Challoner.
Nice. That's what it's all about. And we are here to talk about WCW Spring Stampede 1998. Oh, yeah.
I've been so looking forward to doing this one.
I think we've put this one off for about a month now.
Well, we was on point when we was on track. For all you people out there, bit of insight. We were quite ahead of our recording everything.
Yeah.
And this fucking thing turned up.
Yeah.
And now we are literally at this show. We've got nothing in the bank. This is it.
No, WrestleMania goes out when? Next Wednesday. And that's it. Then this one's out after that. So we're going to catch up mode again. We'll do it.
We are.
We'll get back. We're sick of shifts getting in the way, and we'll just have to crack on. Simple as, won't we?
That's it.
In the meantime, we're producing other content like Shooting the Breeze. Enjoy the next episode that comes out on that one.
Yeah, that may be out quite soon.
That might be out this.
It may even come out before this. To be fair, because spoiler alert, it's Sunday today. We're recording, and we've normally dropped a Shooting the Breeze. So yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see what happens. Again, fuck you, Daniel Cornfield.
Yeah, fuck you. And while we're at it, fuck you, Martin Holland.
Yeah, fuck him. What's he done
fuck
now?
Him. Oh, I don't know. Who cares? Just shoot. Look,
to be fair, who knows? He's dead.
He's dead.
So, yeah, I ain't even questioned it anymore. Where's Martin? No one knows. He's dead. That's it.
I heard that he bumped into the new sensation of 1996, Ahmed Johnson, and Ahmed had heard all the smack that he'd been talking about him and then choked him out with his 1,072 knee pads.
It's doable. I heard that he turned up at SummerSlam last night and tried to cop off with Trailer Park Tammy. Kid Rock was not happy, and Kid Rock murdered his ass. There, nice, straight up.
I am American Badass.
And for anybody that hasn't watched SummerSlam, not going to get that.
I mean, I would hope that this is like 2 weeks after SummerSlam, so they've got to have watched it by that point. I have currently watched 2 matches of SummerSlam, because I've been watching this show today instead, unfortunately. And what is this show?
You've been a bit sick, are you? This show is WCW Spring Stampede.
It is. It was on the 19th of April, 1988, at the Denver Coliseum in Denver, Colorado, in front of a 7,428 sellout. Their buy rate was 250K. That was up 105K year on year against 145K at the 1997 Spring Stampede event, where, funny enough, Randy Savage and Diamond Dallas Page win a fucking no DQ match in the main event.
Well, more importantly, was Piper on a boat?
No, he wasn't.
Then, does any of it
I remember the advertisement for the
Nothing matters.
1997 Spring Stampede, and actually it was the 4 horsemen on horses, and not one of them were at the event. So once again, WCW let me down. I wanted to see Arn and Rick turn up on horses. Jamie?
People just like to mess with us. I think that's the biggest problem. Is WCW don't care what we think in the future.
No, they're just ribbing us. 24 years
they're not
later.
thinking about the future. That's what it is.
Or
they just assume it's fine. Yeah, it's close enough. No, that is right.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, April. So yeah, 24.
Bottom line is, we're stepping into John's DeLorean. We're hitting it to 88 miles per hour, and we're going back to check in on the power struggles between the NWO, because apparently it's all going to shit. Savage and Hogan are ahead. Nash is here, there, and everywhere. He can't make up his mind at what he wants to do, and life goes on, doesn't it?
Well, this is the problem with the NWO. Like, nobody can decide who they want in charge. So they're just going to keep going and eventually split into like 70 versions of themselves.
Yeah. Can't wait to cover some more of this shit.
It's going to be amazing.
Tony Schiavone, as always, welcomes us to the event with a sellout crowd. Tells us this time round that it was sold in 3 hours. Stop bragging, you prick. Stop bragging.
Yeah, I feel like this is a bit of a show off.
Oh,
I think because we called him out on his 4 hours last time, I think he's like, right, boys, we'll get you.
Yeah, we've gone to 3 hours now. Fuck you.
Also, I'm really disappointed we didn't have any more proper country music at the open to this.
No, just generic.
I feel like it needed it.
Rock trance or whatever it was.
Yeah, it needed it, man.
The set, however, I was impressed with the set.
I loved it. It went along with the picture I've just sent through as well for the pay-per-view, because I figured, spring Stampede. Let's go with the gimmicks. And yeah.
Well, here we go. Let's have a fucking look at this.
Obviously, for all you out there that's not in the group, that'll be hitting the screen now.
Oh my God, you look incredible. You look absolutely fucking incredible. That's way better than the poster that I put out for the event. Way better.
The poster is shit, mate. It was a fucking just a ball.
This is what I'm saying. We'd sell way more tickets with that than WCW sold for this. I reckon we'd sell at least 10,000 tickets with this.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
We'd get the mayor of Knox County coming out and announcing the fucking figures. We would.
100%. 100%. He'd be coming out. He'd wear his mask. He'd be like Halloween. He'd be great.
I do feel like people may have picked up on the fact right now that we are stalling on this pay-per-view quite a bit.
Oh, we?
Yeah, a little bit.
I haven't noticed. We have an exciting 10 matches to cover. One of them apparently a bonus match that was added in. I am going to try and make this as painless as I possibly can. We'll try and shoot some shit along the way, but it's not a great pay-per-view. It's really, 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 really not a great pay-per-view. And maybe that is why we have been putting it off for so long.
Yeah, I mean, we neither of us are real big WCW guys.
No.
But we will happily hold our hands up when there is a match, when there is a pay-per-view, whatever, and say, they pulled it out, man. It was good. And don't get me wrong, there is a match on here. Maybe 2. But as a whole, this was a difficult pay-per-view to go through. Yeah,
it was. Bobby the Brain Heenan and I am Mike today join Tony on commentary. This is now probably the lineup that we're going to have to get used to for a while. I'm quite happy with it. They do a good job. Yeah, okay. The Bants is getting better as well. Tanay and Heenan, they're playing off each other a little bit more. Heenan and Tony have got a guerrilla sort of vibe now to the situation. We're just stopping. You dropped that in at one point. That was good. But we got Piper and the Giant in a bad match. Fucking now. And we got Hogan and Nash in a bat match. A bat on a pole. That is going to be some fun to talk about.
I can't wait to get to that match. That is going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. David Pence is in the building. He's the ring announcer for majority of WCW's matches. We're at match 1. Daniel Cornfield's not here. I guess that I'm going to have to step in and do this again. I'm ill. I'm not feeling too good. A bit of fever, as Elvis would say. And not in a good way. I mean, it might have been a good way this morning, twice, but
Clink, clink. Me too.
Clink indeed. But here we go.
Let's do it.
Oh my God, here's Kid Hole. Making it ring. Everything in the park. And his opponent waiting for the
That was fucking.
We got Perry Saturn with Billy Kidman representing the flock. Goldberg with Nick Patrick refereeing an opening match.
Danny McBride all day.
Danny McBride is in the building. And Tony tells us, and I'll give you a spoiler alert, by the end of this show, Danny McBride will be having a nap.
Yeah.
But Tony tells us that the roof is going to blow off. He's going to tell us that the roof is going to blow off when we hear certain music. Okay. Now, I didn't think the roof blew off. Did you?
I don't even think people noticed.
Literally, it was dead mild. There was no backstage walk. Yeah, he's 7 months in. He's 73-0. He's going. We're being told that he's got a US title shot the next night on Nitro. So what's the point in this fucking match? I don't know why that weren't the build for this, if I'm honest. Why was that on a Nitro?
Mate, I did my due diligence and I watched the Nitro so we can get
big
to that
Nitro,
well.
to be fair. Big Nitro. We've got 2 talking points, haven't we, really, about Nitro on the back of this show. One will involve Goldberg and the other involving the World Heavyweight title picture.
Yeah.
Fuck me. But let's talk about Perry Saturn.
Yes, let's find a positive in all this.
Let's find a positive in all of this. Craig, talk to me about Perry Saturn.
The man was fucking quality. Like he was an absolute lunatic, let's be honest. He was very unstable, but when he wasn't fucked out of his tree, that man was so good.
Yeah.
So fucking good. And he got a match. Well, he got a kind of match out of Goldberg here. And very few people can stand up and say they've done that.
Absolutely. Saturn was really impressive. And I feel he gave the crowd what they needed for an opener.
Mate, he did. And he made Goldberg look good.
Yeah, he did.
As a wrestler, he made Goldberg look good as a wrestler, not just some big guy that went out there and fucking pummeled someone for 2 seconds.
Literally.
So, yeah.
It's all good. Saturn was really good. Tonight, and this is a common theme, I don't know if it become a rib throughout the night, but they talked about the Mile High City affecting some of the athletes' breathing because of the air being so thin in Denver.
Yeah, I did pick up on that. I don't know if it was like an inside joke he was trying to drop in, but I
think at this point it was legit.
Constantly.
But as the night progressed, it felt more like a rib.
Yeah. Started off like, okay, tongue in cheek. And then by the end of the night, he was like taking the piss now.
Literally. How good was the botch? The springboard elbow? My favourite spot of the match, really. No, it wasn't. I'll be honest, it wasn't.
I've just got to what the fuck on that.
Yeah.
Because that was just amusing. It was just amusing.
Hilarious.
I did like the pump handle overhead from Goldberg.
Yeah.
And anybody that caught the last WCW Goldberg event knows that I'm not much of a Goldberg man, but our Lionesses have won tonight.
Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, I don't want to ruin the vibe about the Lionesses, but I've come here to hear you talk about Bill Goldberg. So
if I try and put the Lionesses on the back burner, and Chloe Kelly, well done, fucking love you, you're a legend, thank you, girl. Yeah, Goldberg was strong. He's a big man. But why?
We've gone to 2 boxes.
We're a 2-man. It's all good. We'll make it work. But why in the fuck did anybody, and anybody out there that wants to email us, message us, or whatever, please tell me what the fuck you enjoyed about that, man. I don't get it. Like, I'm a wrestling fan, as are presumably most of you watching this or listening, if you're on Spotify, pricks. Fucking Goldberg. What? Like, jacked up, no talent, refused to sell anything, waste of a fucking spot. Give the oxygen to somebody that deserves it. I got nothing.
1.5 stars.
It got 1 star, and that was for the military press from the top rope and Perry Saturn being a boss.
The finish was beautiful. It was all Saturn. All of the posting, everything was all Saturn. But it was the rings of Saturn reversed into a jackhammer. How that is a sentence is beyond me. But that's what happened. Trust me, that's what happened.
Yeah, don't go back and watch it. Watch the end of the match if you want.
Watch the end of it.
Watch the end. The end was fun. Perry Saturn, you see him position himself onto Goldberg, and the way he moves, it's good. It is good. That's why I couldn't 0-star Gold one. But yeah, let's keep going.
Impressive from Perry Saturn. 8 minutes 10 seconds. Dave actually rated that one 1.5 stars as well. Ring to match 2, which is the Ultimo Dragon taking on Chavo Guerrero Jr. He's with Eddie Guerrero. Oh, hold on a minute. We've got a third box back. We are having some fun here. Yes,
for days.
we are. Okay.
They have the ghost of Daniel Cornfield jumping in now.
Literally, clearly couldn't. I'm just going to eat my pizza while I look at Ahmed Johnson now.
Fuck it, just stare at him. The big, beautiful bastard.
But this match on paper sounds pretty good.
It does. Yeah. I seen this match written down when I was going through the synopsis and everything and going through and I was like, okay, I'm ready for this. This is going to be dead good. And to be honest, probably one of the highlights of this was Bobby Heenan saying blood is thicker than salsa. But other than that, I don't want to take away from how good Chavo and Ultimo Dragon are. Because
they're both really good.
They are amazing people. They are amazing wrestlers, great talent.
There was just nothing to care about, was there?
No.
Even the storyline with Eddie and Chavo, which was the whole point of the match and being on pay-per-view, I didn't care for it. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
No, it didn't like the match itself. Like they had some moments where it was okay. I'm not going to say spot fest type, but there was some little spot moments. Yeah, there was some little spot moments. Obviously, the Asai moonsault. That's Dragon's fucking bread and butter, isn't it? You know, he's known for that. It's always going to be beautiful. The corkscrew over the top rope by Chavo, again, another nice moment. But the best move for me was the tornado dragon. The tornado DT into the dragon sleeper. The way that position, the transition of that was really crisp. It was very smooth the way that come through.
Yeah, and Ultimo Dragon did pick up the victory in the end. Eddie continues to push his heelish way on Chavo. Too long for me, 11 minutes, 49 seconds for what this needed to be. I'll give it 1 star, though, in the end. I thought it did a good job.
You got this lower than fucking Goldberg. I'm hurt. But
I like Saturn.
Saturn was amazing. Now, to be fair, I think coming off that last match, like most of my ratings were based a lot going forward off that opening match, because that opening match set me up for a fail. Yeah. So this was a massive jump for me, and I got this for some reason at 2 stars. Hindsight, I'd probably say 1.5 stars, but I'm going to stick with what I put.
Okay. And when did you watch this?
Maybe a month or so ago.
There you go. And I literally watched it right before recording this. So it is what it is. But Dave Meltzer, the crackhead, rated it 4 stars.
Fuck me.
Swear to you. Can't be right,
okay. There's something a bit off there, but all right.
Very off. DDP's on the internet gimmick with Lee Marshall. He's going to take on Raven in a Ravens rules match later on for the US title. Fucking hell. Great match, that one. We'll get to that, though. The next one is the first championship match of the evening. It's for the television championship. So usually there's a 10-minute time limit on these matches. That has been removed for this one because of what's been going on Nitro and Thunder with the two opponents who are Chris Benoit and Booker T, the champion. Mickey J's the ref. This one ends up going 14 minutes, 11 seconds. So not long after the 10-minute time limit. But I felt the two of them were holding back. I thought it was really flat until the 10 minutes was out the way.
Yeah.
And then the last 4 minutes, 11 seconds were pretty hot. There were some good spots in there. But yeah, it was disappointing for the majority of the match. The last part of the match saved it for me. I don't know what the fuck Mickey J was thinking at one point to get scissor kicked. How the hell did that happen, man?
But fucking, where was it? Benoit pulled him, didn't he?
But he moved him into position for it, really. It was terrible.
Yeah, I was like, it was almost like he looked at Mickey J and went, dude, you should be over here.
Yeah. Literally swap with me.
Come here, we need to move.
You take this move, I'll be the ref.
Yeah,
dead
like,
strange.
I don't want to get it again.
Dead strange. Absolute dead strange. Obviously, these are two future main eventers, not only in WCW for Booker T more than Chris Benoit, but in the Fed as well when they moved over. Booker T obviously introduced as a main event talent, but Chris Benoit worked his way up to that, and obviously, regardless of all the stuff that surrounds Mr. Benoit, WrestleMania 20 being his crowning moment.
Can't take that away from him.
Can't take it away from him. Huge top rope headbutt. I don't know what the fuck Booker was thinking either. I don't think he tapped out, if I'm honest. Of the crossface, he tapped once and then he went, and then he did it again before grabbing the rope. It was poor. Bottom line is Booker T went over. I'd give it 2.5 stars based on really the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's an awful rating. Like, I got quite a big Bobby Heenan out of this one.
Yeah,
to be fair, because obviously Bobby's a legend. Brian said something, and obviously Tony piped up, and then goes, arguing with Brian is like arguing with your wife. No, Tony says, arguing with Brian is like arguing with your wife. So Bobby looks at Mike and goes, "Oh, it's one way. Fucking hell, I'm all over the place here." Tony,
you're emotional.
Start again. I'm emotional, man. Fucking Chloe, Kelly, you fucked me in my head. Tony says, it's like arguing with your wife talking to Bobby Heenan. Bobby says, when did you argue with Mike's wife? That popped me. Fucking hell, that took a long while to get to that.
What a rib. Let's drink some more whiskey.
Then fuck it. We need more whiskey in our life. I think it was Mike turns around and goes, "Oh, high flying, such a good strategy by Booker T. Drive Benoit into the mat." Bobby, without missing a beat, goes, "Well, a truck would be a better way to drive someone into the mat, really, wouldn't it?" So that was good. Mike then lets everybody know that Booker's been there 2 days earlier than the show, preparing because of the fucking
of the air.
All about the air, high flying and all. Bobby Heenan fucked up one line. This is going to be interesting. Bobby then goes, the reason he came here 2 days early is because he read his ticket wrong. He had one of those frequent flyer super savers and he had to go at that time because he gets a weekend rate on his room if he stays over on a Sunday and a Monday and he leaves on a Thursday before 6 p.m. and that's why he left on Friday. And then the commentary team just went silent because nobody knew how the fuck to respond to Bobby.
I don't know how to respond.
the camera like cuts to commentary and then just automatically flips back because what do you say to Bobby Heenan?
Reckon Bobby had been on the whiskey or the vodka?
Mate, this was from the start of the show Bobby was on. So someone had fucked him over earlier on, obviously.
He probably
someone
looked at this card, he went, this is going to be shit, I need a drink to get through this.
100%. Other than that, the actual match, there wasn't a great deal, but a lot of this, even though it was really slow, like you said, for the first 10 minutes or so, it was slow. They definitely held back with a lot of hits, drops, moves, everything. Even transition seemed a bit slow. Like there was doing a fucking seminar. It's like there was fucking showing people the best way to get into each move. But it kind of made sense at the same time for the way the story was heading. Like they was showing you where they was going with this, and then that last 4 or 5 minutes, it all just fucking compacted in. And Benoit does not hold back when it comes to dropping a man on the back of his head.
German suplexes were awesome.
Booker T got to feel it. I gave this 3 stars in the end.
Okay. That is on par with Meltzer to an extent. He was 3.5 stars.
I feel sick if I get one right with Meltzer.
I'm sure it will happen during this pay-per-view, maybe. On to the next one.
Yeah!
Or is it?
Mark Curtis!
Yeah, that's the one that we need to celebrate. Mark Curtis, baby.
Hooray!
That's the best part of this match. As the British Bulldog is back, you'll remember his classic 0-star match debut for WCW against Steve Mongo McMichael. Oh, I dropped my can. He's out there with Jim the Anvil Neihard, who looked absolutely terrible when he took his leather jacket off. Should have kept that on. He's taking on Mr. Perfect, better known as Kurt Hennig in his WCW days, with Rick Rude. Mark Curtis, as we've said, is the referee. It's the first time we hear NWO music this evening. It's for Mr. Perfect. And yeah, the crowd were hot with the music. Comms have some bants during this point, Craig. I'm not sure if you've captured any of it.
I didn't put anything down on this because, again, I felt like Bobby was just constant.
Yeah.
Like he definitely had a drink before this, and it was hard to just pinpoint.
100%. So the gimmick is that a copper comes out, happens to be an African-American fella that comes out and handcuffs Anvil and Rick Rude together to stop Rick Rude from interfering, being the storyline. Okay, so that was terrible. Then it's really noticeable that Hennig is now struggling more with a big knee brace on. And Bulldog works the knee pad, or the knee, I should say, not the pad. He weren't wearing a pad. I really enjoyed Kurt Hennig's run back in the Fed in 2002.
Yeah.
So watching this compared to that, and I suppose it's like the Bulldog when Bulldog goes back in 99. Bulldog had a good run. James Bulldog had a good run. Yeah, as did Perfect. Unfortunately, both passed away shortly after their runs, really, which is, hard to say because we're in 98 and, it ain't going to be too much longer that these two are around, really.
I was going to say, we ain't got these boys much longer.
No, same with Mark Curtis. Rick Rude, too. Fucking hell, man. Anvil's recently gone. Yeah.
More recent, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But Bulldog's headbutt at one point got more of a sell job off Mark Curtis than it did off Mr. Perfect.
Yeah. The BCCW's Adam Evans is our very own Mark Curtis now.
I love that.
Like, as much as he might not have liked his picture, he's my Mark Curtis
terrible.
now. I absolutely love every gimmick that he's part of now. So, like, he's my Mark Curtis. And seeing Mark Curtis actually on this, selling the shit out of stuff when Kurt and Bulldog aren't, was even better.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I've always liked the Bulldog's 10 headbutt thing to the turnbuckles. Always like that little fucking that little gimmick. They're good. Kurt sold it, but Mark Curtis sitting in the back, boom, 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 with every single. Amazing. Mark Curtis brings just that extra little bit to every match.
Absolutely, and that's the only reason this gets any rating off me whatsoever. Like literally down to the referee, because Virgil is a copper in the end. He turns up basically to get fucking Mr. Perfect out the handcuffs. Bulldog puts a terrible sharpshooter in. It's a terrible finish. I think it might have been a good idea, but it was just poorly executed, maybe. And the match felt like it went on a lot longer than it did. Like this match, technically, bell to bell went 4 minutes, 48 seconds. That's a load of bollocks. 1 star purely for Mark Curtis.
Yeah, mate, I feel like that match went on for about 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. It's all the shenanigans before the bell and after the bell.
Yeah, I was going to say that beat down after the match, I suppose, deserved a little bit of a little nod. But yeah, I gave this 1 star. 1 star is all this getting.
Fucking jobbers. Fucking such a shame, man. Such a shame. But we move on, and we move on to, you know, one of the highlights of the WCW pay-per-view, and that's Prince Ikea's back on pay-per-view. But no, in all seriousness, this is for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. It is Prince Ikea, or Prince Ikea as we refer to him as, and he's taking on the champion, Chris Jericho. Or Chris Irvine, when's he turning up? Because Chris Jericho's a fucking prick.
Yeah.
Billy Silverman's the referee. And as I say, Prince Ikea is back on pay-per-view, baby. Jericho does some promo gimmick. What you got for me?
Again, I've got nothing.
Put that cookie down is what I've got.
That was literally, I was about to say, that is the only thing I've got. I've got nothing about, like, this upset me because, again, this is another one of them matches that I read and I'm like, well, this is going to be another one. This is going to be one of them standouts for me. It's going to be a standout match. And again, I'm going back to the opening match with our boy Goldberg, but maybe that just set the tone for me because this didn't do anything for me in the end.
Ruin the show.
Yeah. He just set everything up for failure, really.
The crowd were a bit dead in this one, which was disappointing.
Oh, mate, the crowd picked their weird moments throughout this paper. This pay-per-view was strange when it came to the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm a crowd guy. I like the idea of it's got to be there. Any show, if I'm watching a show, if I'm part of a show, the crowd is a big deal.
Yeah.
Anyone that's been to a show and I'm there, you'll know I'll make my.
You'll know that Craig's there
because you'll know that I'm there. You might not like what I'm fucking saying, but you're gonna know it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Because at the end of the day, the boys are putting the work in, whether you like them, whether you don't, whether it's Goldberg or whatever, you put a voice out for them because they deserve it. They're putting everything out there and they deserve it. And there's moments in this where the crowd just sat there. I'm like, you've paid to be there. Yeah. Well, most of you, some of you got free tickets. Enjoy it, like, man. And I think the crowd killed a lot of this.
It's a shame. Jericho, I think, he's really coming into his own, and that's what had a lot to do with my rating because I feel that he's had a massive hand in planning this match, really.
Yeah.
And after 9 minutes and 55 seconds, Chris Jericho retaining the title, I went with 2 stars.
Yeah, the drop off the top to the outside, like the just random fall.
Could have been executed better.
Yeah, random technical difficulties. I've all frozen shit.
Yeah,
you can still hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll run with it.
You're looking sexy as fuck, so...
That's going to be a technical difficulties gimmick over the top of that. But hey, well, editing is wonderful. Yeah, it was a bit that spot was a bit strange. Like I said, the crowd kind of dropped the ball on this, I think, more than anybody. The guys did what they did. It wasn't amazing. Drop toe hold to Ikea. Looked like he actually legit landed on his.
Oh. And now we've got more technical difficulties.
Oh, no, I'm back in.
Oh, he is back?
Oh, it's all over the place. I'm back again. Fuck me, it's all over the place. Tonight. I'm drunker than it. Not yet, I ain't drunk through the bottle yet.
We'll get there.
But yeah, I didn't get a lot. I got 1.5 for this.
Okay, 1.5 for this. Yeah, that's good. So I have been adding the scores up as we go along. Just a reminder, with no Carson Bailey, what we do in that situation is he goes in between our scores to give us a rating at the end of the night. Hello, computer.
We're back. Well, I am. You never went anywhere.
Well, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? So Dave rated that one 3.25 stars for Jericho versus IKEA. Ravens on the interview gimmick next for the internet. But match 6 is going to be real interesting as Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, as he's now referred to, and Buff the Stuff Bagwell. They're going to take on Lex Luger, the man with the shittiest entrance music in the history of WCW, and Rick Steiner. They've got Ted DiBiase in their corner. Danny McBride's back to referee this one. But it's all a rib. It's all a rib to begin with. Buff Bagwell turns up with some fucking gimmick on his hand that looks like it's been done by probably Judy Bagwell. The rib pencer when they get in the ring. Then Hotline Bling makes an appearance with fucking the shittiest authority figure in the world ever, JJ Dillon. Scott does maths while this is all happening. You can see him working it all out. Then Dr. Sapello, he's pulled into the ring. It's all shenanigans and gimmicks. He works the gimmick, he exposes the bullshit, and then we get a tag team match. The story being that Rick is trying to get hold of Scott. That doesn't happen. So let's just get on with it. The standoff happens, but Scott runs off and Luger gets all the glory, as you'd expect. His shit entrance music plays. I can't believe he's still over in 98. I was watching WrestleMania 8 on my birthday the other day, right? And I remember sitting there watching him come in and drink some fucking milk, yeah? And I was thinking, this guy's a bit of a cunt, like, yeah? And that was in 92. And I still think he's a cunt in 98. I still think he's a cunt in 2022. But just remember his mum died the other week. You know, it was great. You pair slagging his mum off, slagging him off. It was just fantastic. And then, like, literally an hour before you slagging him off, he's like announced on Twitter that his mum's died. It's amazing.
Mate,
one of the best moments I've had in pro wrestling, that is.
I ain't being funny. I've got no sympathy for the guy. First of all, they know her. Secondly, he's the reason Lizzie's dead. So fuck him.
Agreed.
Don't even care. Fuck that man and his wheelchair.
5 minutes 58. 0 stars.
Clink, clink. Pour one out for that match. I wrote down for this a massive sentence of fuck this match. I was bored stupid. 0 stars.
There you go. An unlucky Daniel Cornfield because you were here to defend it. So 0 stars for you too, you fucking prick. You absolute job squad motherfucker.
Yeah, getting fucked in the kitchen.
I want proof. I want proof that you're in the kitchen, brother.
I swear to God, you better not be getting fucked.
Next one's that bonus match after Hotline Bling. He's on the go with all the drama. He wants you to pay some money because he can't possibly tell you on the cello. He's got to tell you on the phone.
Yeah, you got to phone him so you know that. It's the only way to get through.
But the chairman is here. La Parker, baby.
Oh, you dancing chairman.
You dancing chairman. Match 7 on the card out of 10. La Parker, he's going to take on Psychosis in this bonus match. I've got two phrases to describe it. Hard hitting and dives. It lasted 6 minutes, 59 seconds. I think if this opened the card, I would have rated it higher.
Yeah.
I've gone with 1 star.
Yeah, I was the same with this. I was like, this should have, I thought straight away, as soon as this match ended, that should have opened the show. That should have opened the show. I mean, we all love La Parker. And Psychosis is quality. It really is. It was fun. It was nothing amazing.
Why did I think, it was Juventud Guerrera? Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. I was thinking, who got unmasked? Was it
Yeah, that was
Psychosis? But it was Hoover.
I don't think Psychosis ever got unmasked, did he?
Probably not.
I can't remember. I think
He probably escaped that in WCW.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the guillotine leg drop onto Hanging La Parker. That was
finish.
cool. But yeah, 1.5 stars for this.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Dave rated it 1.5. No, sorry, 2.5. Considering he gave Chavo and Ormo Dragon 4 stars.
As you do. At the end of this match, I did like Bobby's trying towards the Nash Hogan Giant Piper gimmicks.
Yeah.
Where he interrupts Tony Schiavone talking and goes, Tony, go to the roll. Oh, wait. We're live. Okay. Live it, Tony. Live it.
He was defo pissed up.
Tony was mid-sentence and Bobby just like, go to the roll, Tony.
Brilliant. That must have been what was in the headset like, and he's just repeated it.
It was the fact that after he told him to roll it, realised that he was live and went, just live it. Just live it. I fucking loved it.
That's right. We're about to get into the serious shit on this card. Match 8 is what will become a tradition known at WCW. When some wrestlers have an issue, we must stick it on a bowl and fight it out. So here's the first one of this run on pay-per-view with a bat on a pole match. You would expect probably Sting to be involved, right? Because he is the man that uses the baseball bat. But no, he's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
You've got NWO representatives, big sexy Kevin Nash. Shout out to our pal Kevin Nash, by the way. Top guy. Let's have a fucking whiskey for him.
I just spoke to him actually as well. So yeah, a little drink for him.
Of course, you're a big football fan, aren't you? So,
yeah.
And he and Hollywood Hogan, who stood in the entranceway, did his pose and says, I'm the man. That was great. That was the best part of the match for me.
That was so fucking loud.
Loved it.
It's like it was piped in over the top of everything. It was that mate.
I'm all right with it.
It was. I'm the man. I was like, what the fuck? I'm okay with it.
Brilliant. I wish
I loved it.
I wish he said I'm the fucking man, to be honest. But
to be fair, the way it was piped in, I wouldn't be surprised if that was what had happened.
It's true. You had Rowdy Piper and the Giant teaming up as their opponents. The match bell to bell went 13 minutes and 23 seconds, with a lot of it being a normal tag team match. They figured out how to do a normal tag team match when there is a fucking bat on a fucking pole. It's dead shit. It's dead shit. But Hogan actually got spanked. He actually got put over the Giant's knee and spanked. Fuck me. And you want to talk about killing the business? You want to talk about the clique in fucking Madison Square Garden killing the business? You got these motherfuckers spanking each other.
Mate, it was like a fucking prequel to fucking 50 Shades, this was.
I ain't having it.
This is how it all began. Fucking Big Paul White spanking Hogan.
Brutus come out. Fucking Brutus, the disciple. Fucking 7,201 gimmicks, Brutus. He obviously comes out and saves his brother, Hogan, who has to go over, obviously. He has to go over. It doesn't work for him. He has to go over. I don't know why, but I found a way to rate this 1 star. I don't know why.
Well, I'm not going to judge you. Like, this was weird.
Like I should be judged.
First of all, the bat on the pole. Let's start with that.
Let's not.
It was that fucking high. Nobody could reach it but Paul White.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Fucking Pua Piper, the shortest man in the fucking ring, was the only guy who tried to fucking... Oh, my God.
Brilliant.
It was like watching a fucking fireman get down the pole in reverse. You just couldn't fucking get nothing there. And then Piper pulling out Hogan's hair. Popped for that was fucking brilliant. What's left of it? Rag it out.
Rag it out.
The only other thing, fucking the crowd seemed to fucking love the Giant doing the drop kick to Nash.
Can't help it, can they?
They might as well just got the cocks out and wanked all over that because they 100%. Fucking loved it.
Pop like motherfuckers.
Mate, this goes back to my statement earlier about the crowd being involved. Why choose that?
Exactly.
Like Le Parker and Psychosis didn't get a reaction like that.
No.
And they deserved a reaction like that. So a big man drop kicked. So fucking what? Like, oh, whatever. But the reason I'm not judging you 1 star is because somehow I have this down as 1 star also.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We're on par. It's an hat trick of fucking ratings. It's the only time we've matched all night. For that. Neither do I. Hogan then turns on Nash after the match. Let's talk about that. Hogan turns on Nash.
He does.
Wow.
This was the build up, wasn't it? Because Nash wanting the power.
This is it.
Hogan is the power.
Wolfpack is round the corner.
It is
1.5 stars from Dave on that one. What a retard.
To be fair, I expect you to say at least 2 stars from Dave. So
suppose you didn't give 5 after giving Ultimo Dragon and fucking Chavo Guerrero 4 stars, the actual retard. If I could draw a paedophile. With Slamboree advertisement, that sounded like James Earl Jones saying "Long live the King" to me.
You know what? I would have preferred that.
Me too. It actually makes me want to go and watch The Lion King rather than Slamboree.
Everything the light touches. I'm all about it.
I'm all for it. I want it now. So match 9 of 10, and I think I'm going to go out there with a statement. I'm going to say this is the match of the night.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
good.
without doubt.
It's for the United States Championship. It's Raven rules, so that gives it away who might be in there. But you've got Diamond Dallas Page, who is technically the champion walking into this match. However, Raven has stole the belt and he's walking into the ring with the title. The referee is, of course, the one and only Mark Curtis. And so this is a really big gimmick for Raven. This is going well in WCW. Here he is against a man that really can't break through the glass ceiling at the minute and get into the main event scene with the NWO big boys, because really, after Savage putting him over so much in 1997, I would have expected DDP to be on par going for the World Heavyweight title alongside Sting as another top babyface.
Yeah.
But we're not getting that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. I don't. Well, it still didn't work for some people, did it, at this point?
No, of course not. But when you say not yet as well, it just the fact that he even gets a chance when you got fucking Goldberg on the cusp of greatness with the way the commentators were wanking him off in the opening segment. Yeah. It's a miracle that DDP got the run he got.
Yeah,
with all the politics.
Again, now, like putting I'm not talking nice about Gold. Putting Goldberg like with DDP was another fucking positive for Goldberg, but it spoiler alert, it helped get that belt off DDP to push DDP then to that next stage.
Yeah.
So, it means to an ends and all that.
Absolutely. So remember, the winner of this one is going to take on Goldberg the next night on Nitro for the United States title. So let's get to it. First of all, Mark Curtis, let's just talk about him. He loves the hay and he loses his bow tie in the match.
He does. This match was so good. Mark Curtis lost a bow tie.
Absolutely. And when you talk, just the looks that he was giving all the flock when they were trying to interfere out of nowhere, his face just tells a great story.
You know that look in Psycho when the shower curtain gets pulled back and she's like, oh, that was Mark Curtis every time the flock made a move. And I love you, Mark Curtis.
He was amazing. What a guy. Rest in peace.
What a guy.
Let's pour one out for him, man.
Yeah. Adam, well done, mate. Pop.
I think if anything that you want to go back and watch on this event, this is the one to go and watch.
100%.
The diamond cutter on Billy Kidman was fucking sick.
Oh, so fucking beautiful.
Amazing.
Oh, so nice.
And the numbers were just too much in the end. That's the story, right? The mystery man helps Raven. I haven't researched it, but I believe the mystery man was Horace Hogan.
Horace Boulder, but yes.
Yeah.
It's Hogan's nephew, eh?
Doesn't work for me, brother.
It's Hogan's nephew, but yeah.
11 minutes, 52 seconds. Raven officially wins the United States Championship here. I went and I went based on what I've gone with the rest of the card and what my highest would be for this card, which is 3 stars.
Yeah.
I couldn't go higher.
Tony Schiavone at one point popped me. DDP coming off the stagecoach.
Yeah.
Tony Schiavone goes, "Oh my God, he just wagon wheeled him." that got me. So, and then Bobby Heenan actually turns around at one point, goes, "Lee Marshall's got his hands up like he was actually just caught doing something." I felt like if Dusty was there would have been, if you will,
man,
at the end of that, because that was fucking beautiful. Raven hitting that table as well. That was a Japanese. That was a Japanese table, if ever I see, because Raven bounced the fuck off that. That shit did not give one bit. Again, Mark Curtis, the look on his face when Raven hit and it didn't break was fucking priceless.
And this is why I prefer Indian tables, brother.
I always go Indian over Japanese.
Absolutely.
If I can help it. I'll start with a Chinese. Finish with an Indian. Yeah. Have a caramel for dessert. It's like the things you need to do.
Get your caramel latte in there, man. You got to get it in there.
You can't miss out the caramel latte at the end.
No.
But the only other thing I noticed was when Reese got in the ring, Mark Curtis looked like a toy next to Reese. Like, that is a big man, but Mark Curtis looks so fucking small.
Yeah.
He's not a big guy by any means, but for some reason, next to Reese, he looked like Reese could have put him in his pocket.
Yeah, he looked like one of the 7 dwarfs.
Yeah, completely. I absolutely loved this match. I, start to finish, enjoyed this. I gave this 3.5 stars.
Okay, good. That's good. It's worth it. It is worth it. I just couldn't go higher than 3 because of what I'd been rating the rest of the show, man.
Yeah, it was. Well, obviously, I got Benoit Booker T at 3 stars, and I was like, you know what? I think I like this a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So I gave it that extra half because I couldn't drop down Benoit and Booker personally, but. Yeah.
So what that meant was that Dave rated it 4 stars, and it also meant that Raven would now go on to face Goldberg, defending the US title the very next day on Monday Night Nitro. I'm assuming that it was a Raven's Rules match. I didn't go and watch this one because the result was, obvious. But Craig, how was it from?
I'll give you this. It was throughout the night they had a constant flow of Raven cutting promos.
Okay.
Like in and out little moments. And Raven, when he's left to do what he can do, was always great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like, he built that fucking match like it was gonna be massive. He built that shit like that was Hogan's Sting all over again.
Yeah.
So he did everything. It was perfect. Time for the match. Great moment right at the start. Raven comes out and went, nah, fuck this, and tries to run off. And he actually carries back to the ring by the fans.
Wow.
He gets crowd surfed back to the ring.
Brilliant.
Obviously, it was initial setup from the boys, but mate, he got crowd surfed and it was fucking great. He sold it all the way. And again, fucking hell, I gotta say something nice. Goldberg got that. He sold it. He sold the reaction, everything. He went for it and he got on fucking Raven completely, got him back to the ring. As soon as Raven got in the ring, boom, spear, jackhammer, 74-0.
There you go. New US champion. And that's how you book something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a karaoke match followed by 10 minutes of a beatdown.
No, exactly.
Go into a botched finish and, something like that. It doesn't need to be that. It just needs to be what the crowd want.
Well, you look at this. There's no way Goldberg was going to do for Raven like with Perry Saturn.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't feel like Goldberg had that respect for Raven like he did for Perry Saturn. Perry Saturn made Goldberg give him that respect.
Yeah,
you saw
definitely.
the change in that match. I don't think Raven would have got this. And I think Raven knew that. And Raven went in there with a great mindset, as he always did, because he's got a great mind for wrestling.
Yeah,
and went, I got a great idea. Met me look like a chicken shit. Let the fans throw me back in, and you just, boom, you take me out straight away.
Job done.
Mate, it worked.
And there would have been a fever pitch, the fact that they weren't on main event because Hogan and Savage, spoiler alert, were going for the title on Nitro, in the main event. They're not going to be the main event. They were probably the main event of hour 1 or maybe hour 2 because Nitro was 3 hours at this point. But, that could have been the main event of the entire night.
Yeah. The way it was panned out, they did a great job on that. They did do a great job. And it was literally a 3-second match. Yeah. Realistically, but it was good. Fucking hell, that's twice now I've said something nice.
Unbelievable. Look, we're going to save you. We're going to move on.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. But I felt a really strange decision from the bookers at WCW at this point was booking the Ravens rules match, followed by obviously what wasn't advertised originally as a no disqualification match. We found out at the beginning of the night that it was an ODQ match, but literally they were back to back and they repeated spots. So I felt that was a very, very strange decision, which, may have had an impact on the rating of the main event, really, because if they're a little bit different, then, I might have rated the main event a little bit higher than where I did, but that wasn't. So it's buffer time, which means it's money time, which means it's main event time, which means the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line finally. So it wasn't last time round. Because Hogan got to get the main event money, brother.
Didn't need it, apparently, according to Hogan.
No, it is no disqualification. It is the Macho Man Randy Savage with Miss Elizabeth taking on Sting, who is the World Heavyweight Champion. Charles Robinson gets his main event match.
Yes,
but it's Savage time.
Yeah. Do it to me, Robert. Do it to me.
Okay. This is from the single that's from the world-renowned, world-famous rap album, Be a Man, by the Macho Man Randy Savage. This single is called Hit the Floor. It features DJ Cool. With a K, brother. With a K.
Obviously. How else would you spell it?
What a fucking rib, man.
Or Jack Daniels.
Okay, let's do this. Ooh, yeah! East Coast, West Coast. Everybody worldwide, get your hands in the air. Hit the floor. Right side, left side, inside, outside, this side, that side. Come on, hit the floor. Y'all ready to party? Hell yeah. Y'all want to do it now? Hell yeah. You really ain't ready? Hell yeah. Y'all want some more? Come and hit the floor. Ooh, yeah.
I ain't going to lie. I enjoyed that. I always enjoy your Macho Man gimmicks. That one I actually did enjoy. I really enjoyed that one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
really enjoyed you. And also,
thank you very much.
If you want to also enjoy that, Apple Music, shout out to Apple Music, who refused to have the Hot Tag 10 gimmick.
Bastards.
Apple Music have that album available. Get it? It's dead good.
Hey, I've got my first day back at work tomorrow. This is doing well. This is
good times.
I'm in the fucking mood for it anyway, so this will just be a show.
This will help you. Are you going for a bite to eat after?
Oh, that's a different story.
No.
We'll discuss eating
we'll
habits.
Shoot the breeze later.
Shooting the breeze, absolutely. Before we get into the match, I just want to say that I've recently watched season 2 of Young Rock. I know that season 3 is in production. I want to just shout out how amazing it is. I fucking really love all the stories that are in there. Savage and Liz, they make, you know, appearances during the course of the stories, and I think it's unreal. So it's worth watching all day. Young Rock.
I've got to get on it. I keep saying I'm going to watch it.
Craig, you've
clips.
got
I need to. I do need to get on that.
Your internet connection is unstable.
Good.
But you know, our mental health is unstable.
What's a standard day? We've had a bit of a breakdown, eh?
Exactly.
Depression. It's fun.
There's a stigma in this world. A stigma in this world. And if you're a man and you're going through some shit, then fucking talk to somebody. And that's my best Paddy the Baddy impression.
That impression of Baby Owen Hart didn't start off so bad.
It started off well, and then it took a nosedive.
And then we kind of bumped into Shrek midway.
Yeah. Oh wow! Is there an update on Shrek while we're here? Following on from, you know, shooting the breeze.
There was we have no update on that.
Okay, and off to our weather correspondent.
we may have an update
the
on
drunker
the
we
breeze.
get. I love this. Yeah, check that out. Anyway,
alcohol and technical difficulties make for interesting sentences.
And it will always be the sponsors of this show. And just remember, you can get 10% off all salt in all supermarkets just by using the code HOTTAG10. Write to us on the PO box, send us the emails, like, share, subscribe, do all the gimmicks.
Right down there. It's there right now.
It's there right now.
The
editor is awesome.
I might start touching him.
I want to touch him with my mouth.
Out there.
So it is more of the same. It is more of the same in this match because of the placement, the card placement, which was terrible. But this time round, it's Savage and the Crow rather than Raven and DDP. So Robinson does take the Stinger Splash. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Yep, I like that.
Liz also takes one. That was also good. I enjoyed that. She did a shit chair shot. Sting no-sold a pile driver because he's a cunt.
Fuck you, Don.
Fuck you, Don. You don't know sell a pile driver. I ain't having it. Unless you're Hawk.
And Vader.
Yeah.
I'll allow Vader as well.
Okay, we'll allow Hawk and Vader. But Sting no selling it doesn't work for me, brother.
No.
Scorpion death drop. That happens. I wish Savage did it, the elbow on the chair. I'm not going to lie. But Hogan said, doesn't work for me, brother. And believe it or not, when Savage was chucked off the top rope by Hulk Hogan, I don't know if you're aware of this, Craig, but the man tears his ACL.
And we wonder why he dislikes Hogan.
Nash comes in. It's all just bollocks. Nash fucking basically crowns Savage the new champion. Oh, yeah! I don't know how many times he's won the belt. I couldn't be asked to look for it. But Randy Savage is the world heavyweight champion in 1998, man. What the fuck? I love it. You've got Stone Cold Steve Austin on the opposite brand being crowned as the future of the company at WrestleMania, defeating the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, who, as a run on top, only had 2 years from 96 to 98. Yeah. Hogan and Savage have been on top since the 80s. They've moved to the rival brand and they're still on top and they're still winning world titles. Does that not say anything to you, brother?
It lets you know that WCW had a checkbook and they thought that was the answer for everything.
Yeah. But Randy Savage does become the world heavyweight champion after 10 minutes and 8 seconds. I'll give it 2 stars, Craig.
Yeah, I was going to apologise for my rating on this straight away because this match, it was weird. It was a strange match. Like, it wasn't good, but I didn't dislike it.
Okay.
And that always fucks with my head when it comes to wrestling. Like, it has to be a good wrestling match or at least have a good story to it. And this had neither. but for some reason I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Liz taking the slop drop.
It's savage. It's fucking savage.
Like Savage being there. Like,
any match that he's in, regardless of what match it's in, it automatically gets elevated.
Yeah. And despite all the clusterfuck that is WCW, NWO, they always do, the point that I did really enjoy after the clusterfuck was Nash walking into the ring and kicking their ref in the head to wake him up. I need to wake you up. Smack. Let's boot him in the face. Like, poor Robertson looks up like, dude,
what are you doing?
The fuck?
And
Nash just laughs at him and keeps moving. Oh, yeah, just going to kick you in the head.
What a fucking rib, man.
I actually went 2 stars with this as well.
Okay. So we're on point here.
I don't even know why. Up. And obviously then we went to the next night on Nitro.
We did go to the next night. So bear in mind, now that I've said to you that Randy Savage tore his ACL at the end of this match, he then worked a match with Hollywood Hogan for the World Heavyweight Championship on Nitro. Now, I watched the end of this match. I didn't watch all of it. So go for it, Craig.
No, you did the right thing.
Okay.
I watched Nitro.
You watched the whole... Yeah,
but the thing is, like, I watched it. Like, I feel like I don't want to miss something out of it, just in case there was a key point. Because let's face it, WCW is not known back then for putting on main event status big matches that are dead good. But it had in between matches and it had storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And other than Raven, this didn't do a lot of any of that.
Okay.
But at the end of this, Savage Hogan, the match was shit. It was pointless. It was irrelevant. It didn't need. Obviously, it needed it for where they was going, what they was doing. But then, obviously, our boy comes out and puts Hogan over Savage.
I could not believe what I was seeing. So, to talk you through the end of Nitro, after I give you Dave's rating of 2.5 stars for that match, by the way, Nash comes out and saves Savage from the Disciple, Brother Brutus. And Hogan. Bischoff kicks Nash. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. He got nailed.
Hogan gets Bischoff on.
Hogan got jackknifed.
He did.
Savage was fucked at this point. He didn't get touched again. But then the man, the myth, the legend. What was she doing? We've missed you.
I didn't even remember this happening.
We hadn't seen you on pay-per-view for a couple of months, wondering where you was, what you were doing. I didn't get it. You know, where's Ric Flair? Well, that's another story. But Brett comes out. You're thinking, what the fuck, man? In his check shirt, his mum jeans, his Chelsea boots. These check shirt's halfway undone, like he's showing all of his chest. And then he gets the belt and he hits Nash with it. And you're thinking, this is a heel turn. And it is a heel turn. Because he puts Hogan on top of Savage. And he wakes Nick Patrick up from his little nap. Danny McBride. Who then he goes back to napping after he counts the 3. Because after the 3, what happens is Hogan and Savage are cuddling on top of Nick Patrick. They're all having a little cuddle in the ring. Piper comes out and he's like, what the fuck you doing, Brett? And then Brett eats Piper. And you're like, oh, Brett's turn deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, that's a poor booking decision. But welcome to WCW, baby. So yeah, that was the chaotic Spring Stampede 1998. Not worth watching back at all, other than for DDP versus Raven. We have come out at an average rating of 1.6, which, funny enough, is our worst rating of the year.
What a shock!
That is the second time we have said that with a WCW pay-per-view. And I don't see it getting any better. Thankfully, we're back with a WWF pay-per-view next. That will be In Your House 21, Unforgiven, where Stone Cold Steve Austin takes on Dude Love in the main event. We'll also get to see Taker versus Kane 2 in that one. So a couple of things to look forward to there. And I'm sure I will have the WrestleMania 14 ratings by that point. I have not got them yet. So I'm sure I will have them by that point. Any final words from you, Double C, the bastard, Craig Chandler?
Yes. If you are insistent and you really want to watch this pay-per-view, do yourself a favour first and poke yourself in an eye with a rusty spoon.
That's good advice.
It will help.
It's really good advice. To Jeff Cockchipper.
Oh.
Right. Moving on. We're going to go shoot the breeze. Enjoy that show. Check it out if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. We get to talk about our lives. You get to know us a little bit more on a personal level, and we just enjoy ourselves. On top of that, just hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. Keep us growing. Thank you very much for all the support. Craig, amazing editing job. Literally, we're fucking shooting for the stars. I love everything about it. Don't have to go to work, so go fuck him. Go fuck you. Fuck you.
I still love you, Don, but fuck you.
I still love you, you motherfucker, but fuck you. That was episode 38 of our pay-per-view reviews. I have been Rob Campbell.
I am Double C, the bastard, Craig Challoner.
See you next time.